Cats were never intended to be strays. The same way that dogs are, the same way that a lot of domestic pets have become. The reason that they're strays is because they're so good at making the best of what they have. Stray cats do have a hard life, and they have a lot against them. When stray cats are brought up, they're taught to be afraid of people, and that's part of the reason they survive. Being in the field professionally, animals have always had my heart, and God is really prompting me in that direction of care. And so caring for stray cats is a way that I can accomplish that. In some ways it is difficult because you want to help every cat and you're not able to a lot of the times. French Fry was unique in that she had that interest in people that not many stray cats do. And my whole philosophy is if it'll walk up to me and let me take it, I'll take it. But a lot of stray cats aren't like that. So that part of it is difficult. You want to help, but you're not able to. I met her last September, so it's been about a year. She was just a stray cat that would walk around campus, and I would see her pretty consistently. She was just always around. She was by the dorms, she was on Horton Way all the time, and she was always at the caf. That was kind of what she was known for. After she would eat, she would just kind of lay on the tables or the chairs. I think at one point she actually got into the caf and they had to chase her out. I mean, she's like every other stray cat on campus, just hungry, looking for a home. A lot of people knew about her. She's actually really popular, and I found out from a third party that someone had named her French Fry because she stole French fries. The name kind of stuck. She was a stray when I first met her, and from there on, I just kind of began feeding her consistently. We'd see each other twice a day. I fed her for probably 6 months before being able to catch her, and it was just something that I knew I wanted to do. I have a thing for stray cats especially. They just really have my heart, and that's kind of where God was calling me, and seeing her so often reinforced that. 6 months later, after feeding her consistently, I was able to trap her, and I took her to work. I'm a veterinary technician, so veterinary nurse essentially. From there on, I just held on to her. We got her all of her medical attention she needed, and then I kept her, so yeah. She impacted me personally, I think, through showing me how action is something that anyone can take with what God has called me to do. Her story is just the epitome of that. Taking her in, it was a process. It wasn't easy. Taking care of her after was also a process, but she has become a wonderful companion, as any cat has the ability to be. And her support and her companionship it's done a lot for me. It really has. I can't imagine what it would have been like if I hadn't met her, so. She longed for companionship, and I could tell that from just the fact that she would be around people but not let them touch her. That made her kind of set apart from other stray cats. She would look at me. She would stay around after I had given her all she needed, and she'd lay closer to me when she was just outside and could be anywhere else. So that kind of indicated to me that French Fry wanted companionship and that she had the capacity to do that. That kind of prompted me, okay, well, we need to take this a step further. I can care for her, but she has the capacity for more, and I can give that to her. So that kind of prompted that. Things that can be done to help animals, stray animals in particular, dogs and cats, is really to educate yourself on them. because a lot of what we struggle with in the vet world is people don't know that this is an issue, that they have the capability to love, that the life of a stray is a really hard life. And if we can do something about it, we should. The first step to that is getting to know more about it and educating yourself on it. Another thing that Biola can do is look into options that better regulate stray cats, better care for them in a loving way. What I've seen on the medical side of it is we call it TNR programs, and essentially that stands for trap, spay, neuter, and then release. Typically clinics will do that at a lower price than their usual cost for spay and neuter because they know it's a feral cat. With that program, you're able to control the population without having to starve them out. So it benefits the cats, and it's a lot more effective than the starving out process because you're still gonna have cats. And with TNR, it's not gonna be 100% successful, but it's very effective in controlling the population. But with anything, it takes planning, it takes investment, and it takes initiative ultimately. I'd love to see this turn into something positive for campus, for cats, for everything. That would be a great start. As far as the ones on campus, the best thing to do is to not stress them out as best we can. If you've never handled an animal, I would never recommend that you try to, especially with a stray. In ways I can understand how they can be viewed as a pest, but it doesn't acknowledge what cats are capable of and the companionship they're capable of. Working with cats and fostering them and just being around them showed me that capacity that they have. So I don't think that the label of pests acknowledges that. French Fry is just a testament to that because she was a pest, or considered one, and now she's a wonderful companion to so many people, not just me alone. And that is a true testament to what a stray cat is capable of.